Adult football is changing, and traditional Saturday and Sunday grassroots league football has experienced a downturn in the numbers of teams participating across the country. To explain why this is happening and how they want to change this, Chris Smith from the Hampshire FA joins me now. Well, Chris, thank you for coming in. And as we said there, it's quite worrying for you guys that adult teams are kind of declining.
Yeah, I mean, nationally we've had a drop of teams across the board. Hampshire is typical of that. There are various issues that we're facing in trying to get those players back out there and participating. It may be the players aren't coming through from youth football into adult football, or it may be that there are just other things that are more interesting than football at this point. So we need to look at how we can address those issues and try and bring those people back to the game.
And you're saying earlier that sort of lifestyle and working habits are changing, and that could be affecting it as well.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, young people are having to think about university and college and things like that. So study is more and more important to them. Working patterns have changed. More people work weekends. There are more opportunities to do different kind of sports. Sports are more accessible nowadays. People want to just access sport on their doorstep. They want to go out, go for a run, or go out and get on their bike and go for a ride when they want to, when it fits around their family, when it fits around their working pattern, rather than have to schedule in, I need to be at a certain field for Sunday morning at 10:30 or Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and that is becoming increasingly challenging for us.
Okay, and so that's why you guys have come up with this PlayOn scheme.
Yeah, absolutely. So PlayOn is basically what we've realised is that there's no quick fix. It's not going to be easy to fix the problems that are facing adult football. So we've decided that we need to come up with an overarching strategy, and PlayOn is the title that we've given that. The first part of that is to set up a brand new website which is focused completely on player recruitment. So it enables players to find a suitable opportunity for them. So they can go on there, do a little quiz. Are they a traditional player who wants to play Saturday afternoons or Sunday mornings, or are they maybe more of a recreational player who wants to dip in and out of it, maybe play every other week, maybe play a bit of futsal, maybe play a bit of beach soccer even, try something a bit different that might get them back into the game or give them a first taste of it. So they can go on there and they can find an opportunity that is right for them, and the two can match up, a bit like a dating website, and find the perfect match to go and play football.
Brilliant, and that sounds interesting. So you've got all these different varieties of the beautiful game that people can now enjoy in a slightly different manner to maybe what they'd be used to.
Absolutely. I think, like I said, because the lifestyles are changing, football needs to adapt with it. And if we're honest, it probably hasn't done it as quick as other sports, and that's why we've been left behind a little bit. And that's why we've had to come up with some different formats, some different ways of presenting the game, shorter versions that require less organisation, less structure, less rigidity, so people can dip in and out of it, do it when it suits them, but still get a fix out of football that might maybe keep them involved in the game rather than go and do something else or drop out of sport altogether.
Brilliant. And tell me a bit more about your early warning system that's been developed as well.
Yes, the early warning system we've designed based on insight gathered by the FA on what problems teams face that might lead to them withdrawing or folding. So rather than waiting until it's too late and being told this team's folding, we can't do anything about it, we've come up with a system that enables leagues to pick on these indicators, look at them on a regular basis, and then flag them up to us, so we can go into the club and say, if you haven't got enough players, use PlayOn and we can help you find players to keep you going. Or if you've lost an important volunteer and someone else is coming in but they're new to the role, we can give them a little bit of support and training to make sure they don't sort of get snowed down under fines or miss out on things and makes little mistakes that makes it difficult to run a team.
Oh, brilliant. And that's the thing as well, is maybe a lot of people out there will know what the FA does for sort of the national teams and things like that, but maybe aren't quite aware that you've got somebody like the Hampshire FA that is there to support them, and you're a body that is approachable as well. We can come to you, look, I've got this issue, how do we solve it? Because you want people to be involved in the game. Absolutely.
I mean, traditionally, county FAs have been about two things. They've been about running county cup competitions and leagues, and unfortunately finding people when they get booked or sent off. Nowadays, it's very different. We are, funded by the FA to go out and deliver on their behalf and drive the development of grassroots football. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff in the media around the female game that we're looking to try and double participation across the board, across the country, and we'll be playing an important role in that. We do a lot of work with disability football, and right now adult football is a real priority for us, adult male football, because of the decline it's currently in. And that's across the country, like I said, so we need to try and find ways to arrest that, and we've got people there in the office who are dedicated to that form of the game to try and support teams and help them maintain and keep going and keep the game going for as long as possible.
Excellent. So we've got the youth teams coming up, we've got the walking football at the other end. It's that middle section, the sort of middle-aged men or slightly younger that maybe have a bit of spare time on their hands. They're the ones really you want to capture.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a twofold reason for that. I mean, we want to keep people playing for as long as possible. We want to keep people active, keep people fit, keep people healthy. And football is a great way of doing that. Obviously, the social side of it is superb as well. But also, these people that are playing in adult football are the future workforce that will keep the youth game thriving, will go into walking football. So, they're very important people to us. We want to try and keep them in the game as much as we possibly can.
So if they're out there watching and they want to get involved, what do they need to know? How do they find you?
So they can come on to the PlayOn website, which is hfaplayon.com, and through that they can do the little quiz, find out whether they're recreational or traditional, and find the perfect opportunity for them. They can also find us on Facebook and also on Twitter as well. So it's all out there. Get on there and find out the best place for them to play football.
Sounds exciting. Chris, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.